Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do the X-ray vision effect, or like the see-through wall effect. So we're going to be doing this in Sony Vegas, and let's get right into it. So I've got my clip here, and I basically shoot through the wall. So if I just scroll along here, I just shoot like that. But obviously if you hit a clip and get a no-scope through a wall, then you can use this effect. Now what you need to do is you obviously need to have your clip, and you also need to get an image from the inside of the building, like this. I mean, I've taken a little video, but yeah, you can get an image. What we want to do is we want to obviously split where you want the effect to start and end. So you press the S key to split and start. So I'm just gonna, just before I move, about there will do for me. So highlight it and split. Right, so I'm just going to delete the audio for these, so you can highlight them, press U key and delete if you want to remove them. Now what we need to do is we want to create some video tracks. Now you can create up to, well, as many as you want, depending on how many effects you want in this effect. So I'm going to have two scan lines, so I'm going to need 3 video tracks. Obviously 2 for the scan line and 1 for the mask. So yeah, if I just add them, you just right click and insert video track. What I do is you're going to put this image onto the top, because this is one we're going to be masking. And then you can drag the image from when it's inside the building. Now I want the effect to have a bit of length to it, so we're going to have it to about there. So now what you can do for this effect is you can twix to the top image, or obviously the top video. I'm just going to drag it out by holding control and then drag, just to lengthen out the video. But basically all you need to do is, for this part, is just hit your event pan crop, and you want to mask along the building. So this is going to be like the area where he's going to be scanning. So all you got to do is hit mask, and then you want to highlight, mask around the areas where you want to obviously have the effect to start. Now if you go along all the edges really neatly, you can have a really good effect, but it is better if you blur the outer edges of the effect. So I'm going to have it about here, like this. Going to have it pretty rough, but if you do it neater, it'll obviously look better, because we're going to have to blur the edges. So I'm just going to go around here like this. But like I said, if you go closer to the gun, it may make the effect look better. So almost done, like that. So as you can see on here, it looks shit. So we're gonna change the mode to negative. And as you can see on here, it still looks really bad. So what we do is change the feather type to out, knock it up a couple of notches. I knock it to about 4 or so. 3 or 4. I mean, it depends on how close you've gone to the gun, but that's going to do just for the tutorial sake. And as you can tell, as you can see, is that it's taken the big chunk out of the wall. Now this is where we add the scanning grid. So if you go to the editing pack I gave you, or I'll put a download link in the description if you don't have it already, is the scanning grids. So we want to open them up. We've got 2 to use, and then we've also got a soldier, but I'm not going to use a soldier. So we get your scanning grids. This has gone on a different video track for me. So basically where you want to put it is underneath it. And now as you can see, it looks black. So what we're going to do on the second video track is hit screen. Now it's up to you. I hold control and I just make this video quicker. So basically the scanning lines will come through like this, and then they'll obviously go out. So we're also going to add the second scan line onto the third video track. Now I want the effect to come in a little bit sooner than that. So now we hold control, drag it all the way in, and then obviously crop off this last part. And again, we're going to hit screen. So on here, it's going to be like this. Okay. Something like that. What we then can do is bring that back in, and then if you want the effect to basically fade out, you can do, because all you've got to do then is basically you can fade these ones out if you want. I usually do a transition, so I transition this part through to here. So I go on transitions, I do like a blur or something if I'm going to do this effect. That blur will do. and also you can blur off the top part. So if we have it to about there, like this, and then blur off that part, basically what it's going to do is do like a quick effect like that. But I mean, yours will look better once you have color correction and everything on, and obviously if you do need to on the mask. Also, if you have a soldier on the actual cinematic on the inside running through, it looks more realistic then. But that's basically it. So obviously you add your effects, you make it look good, but that's the basics. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.